Hey, what's up? Before we get started, I just want to make it clear that I am a born-again Christian, have been since I was 12, and I love Jesus. Jesus is my homie. But I do feel like there is an ungodly presence among the Christian community on the internet, and I see it. Most people don't see it, but I see it, and I want you to see it too and be aware of it, so let's get started.
Have you ever seen an angel in real life? You have to watch this video. This man was on the roof all by himself when this man that he didn't even know came to save his life. He was about to fall off the ladder, and suddenly this complete stranger came and he held the ladder and he was able to make it down safely. So the reason I ask if you've ever seen an angel in real life is because many on the internet are saying that this guy might have been an angel here. And did you see his shirt too? Either way, if it was a man or an angel, God is so good and he sends the right help at the right time, and he's going to make a way for you too. Share this with someone who will find it interesting. Have you ever seen it?
That wasn't what I was looking for. I don't know what to say about that. I feel like feeding too much into the spiritual aspect of Christianity can kind of mess with people's minds, but that's just me. Let's go into my liked videos, because that's where the real juice is, the ones I selected. So this guy, R3alism, real with a capital R and a E. This guy is he's a shock jock for Christ, which I doubt Jesus would want anyone to be a shock jock for Christ. You can just deep dive into this guy. Let's go.
You cannot laugh, you cannot smile. This is a challenge, okay? And if you laugh, you lose. Where are my brothers and sisters of Christ at? Okay, so I'm gonna show you this short clip. If you laugh, you have to comment Jesus King and you have to follow this channel immediately. I do not make the rules.
I just got blessed with a good wife. Not every guy has a good wife. I mean, think about Job in the Old Testament. Think about Job's wife. She must have been a real piece of work. I mean, the devil took everything from Job, man. Killed his kids, killed his servants, killed his livestock, but his wife did not die. That's saying something right there, isn't it? Like, hey, devil, Job's wife's right over there. I know. Trust me, leave her. I know what I'm doing.
Did you smile? Okay, obviously that was a joke. Ladies, calm down.
What? If it was supposed to be funny, it was so flat, kind of sexist. I watched a whole video on things about, he was talking about Christian comedy, and it's just kind of like, it can be feminist, it can be anti-New Age, to the point where no one finds it funny anymore, unless you're very linear-minded, like a lot of Christians are. So-called Christians. Everyone's a Christian in my eyes, but whatever. Alright, let's go through realism first.
This might be one of the funniest Christian clips I have seen this year. I'm not joking.
People think the world's gone to hell, that it's gotten so violent. But the world never got violent. There is no got. The world has been violent since the beginning. Cain killed Abel. Cain killed Abel. The third person on the planet killed the fourth person on the planet. And we weren't even able to make it to 3 people before somebody was a murderer. At one time, a third of the people on the planet were murderers, right? A third of the people in the hood aren't murderers. San Quentin.
The Bible actually says that there was another person besides people from Eden, Cain's wife. I mean, but you can interpret that however you want to interpret that, but I think it's very vague when you go that far back into time.
Alcatraz, Folsom Prison are safer than the book of Genesis. You thought Compton and Baghdad were tough. It's right downtown Eden when the sun goes down. Cain killed 25% of the world's population. That's more than Stalin, King Herod, Genghis Khan.
He's fake laughing right there. That's so pathetic.
Manifest destiny, typhoid, cancer, AIDS, cooties, all combined. Cain killed a third of the people he knew. He knew 3 people. He killed one of them. If you knew Cain, you had a 66 and 2/3% chance of survival.
Now that is Christian humor.
And it's bad. It's really bad. It's Christian humor. I sure hope Christians aren't only that funny. Like, I sure hope we can be funnier than that without pissing off Jesus. First off, I made a video about this where, yeah, I feel like we're closer to world peace than we've ever been because we would cheer at death penalty showings back in the 1800s, only 200 years ago. Yeah, I mean, it's fact. It's unrealized fact. But is that supposed to be funny? It's just like a epiphany wrapped in the Bible and sold as a joke. It's really shallow. I don't like it. Really shallow.
2007, I was smoking cigarettes. I was out back, and I was smoking blacks too. I had a black in my hand that day, and I was looking at.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen this, but God does not mess around, like, at all. Watch this. This is the fastest answered prayer ever recorded on camera, and the irony here is absolutely ridiculous.
Going through right now,
Jesus Christ!
but I call his.
One thing you gotta know about this realism guy is for a Christian guy that promotes Christ's love and whatnot, he sure promotes violence quite a bit.
I asked Jesus Christ.
Death, sir!
Pause. What did he say? He said, Jesus Christ is not going to stop me from putting the back of your head on the back of the deck. You got to remember that. Continue.
To relax. I rebuke all demons
Jesus
and the
Christ
devil.
is not going to help you.
I rebuke the devil.
Okay, let's.
So that guy, it was not a guy defending a Christian because he was not, the so-called Christian was not being attacked physically. It was just violence justified through Christ, and that's what I'm scared of, man. That's what I'm really scared of society's gonna come to with this stuff.
Get this straight. Did you catch that? He was mocking Jesus, and then he said, Jesus Christ is not going to stop me from putting the back of your head on the back of the deck. Then he proceeds to get hit in the back of the head with the back of a skateboard deck.
So Jesus is responsible for that act of violence. Ridiculous. That is just ridiculous.
This is the death of a star, and this is the birth of a human cell. These are human blood vessels, and this is a tree. This is a human lung, which also looks like a tree. This is a nebula in our universe, and this is a human eye. This is the universe, and these are human brain cells. This is a human fingerprint, and this is the trunk of a tree. This is lightning, and these are veins on a human eye.
So this is not from realism, because you see that chick down there doing kind of what I'm doing, but I'm actually talking here and there. Thou shalt not steal. This is what these people are doing. It's plagiarism. They're stealing from other people's clips, and that is a large majority of Christian content is stealing clips. Amen.
We have faith that the food on the shelves in the grocery store aren't going to kill us. We have faith at a restaurant that the food isn't going to poison us. We have faith that the brakes are going to work on our car. And we have faith that the textbooks in school are the truth. But we don't have faith in this. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex.
I don't mind this content. I don't mind this one. Besides that's stolen. Let's see, what is this? Jesus is coming back as the channel. It's not even realism. Oh.
Guys, I'm atheist, but I'm not so sure. I'm still thinking that there is something that created us. If you give me good proof, I will start believing in God.
So,
Okay, well,
this is a thing that every Christian knows and tells other people. When this kind of conversation is brought up, it's kind of like old messaging. There's got to be a better answer to it. I feel like there is. I feel like the universe is proof of God, but it's not just who created everything. It goes deeper than that. But yeah, basically, what created the universe? The Big Bang. Who created the Big Bang? Well, it must be a creator. But then, what about a thing that created a thing that created a thing, you know? I don't know. You could go down this rabbit hole forever, but really it's just the most basest thing. It's just who created it. Somebody had to create this, somebody had to create something that leads up to this. This is a little different, I'll show you.
I can't give you proof, but I'll give you an analogy through a skit. I mean, God's not real, man. I mean, there's just no proof. I don't think you can convince me. What is that, a granola bar? What do you mean? That's a granola bar, right? Well, who made that? Who made that granola bar? Chewy? Why, dude? Well, how do you know the company Chewy made it? Because it says so right here. Bro, you're not making any sense or any valid point. Okay, I know it says it right there, but did you meet the person who made it? Did you actually physically see them make it? Do you have proof that somebody made that? I don't need proof. I know it came...
There is a much bigger difference than something that's tangible versus something that's grandiose, that is made by a person versus made by an unknown entity in your mind. Life is just a big paradox mystery, man. And you know, you can point to God, sure. I point to God, but yeah, so I feel like the universe is created by... The universe is basically a reason for God. It's a proof. But we don't know we don't know anything, really.
Okay, I know it says it right there, but did you meet the person who made it? Did you actually physically see them make it? Do you have proof that somebody made that? I don't need proof. I know it came from a company. You have no proof, though. You have no proof that that specific granola bar has a creator. The only reason you believe is because you received it, because you went to the store and got it, but you never actually... The guy can call me. The guy can write a letter to me proving that he made it. Oh, okay, well, does that sound familiar? What does the Bible have to do with anything? I was saying that guy could write me a letter as evidence to prove that he made it. So you do have faith, but in the world, and not in God.
Yeah, except, you know, the Bible is a very godly book. You pray for answers, you turn to a page, you'll get your answer. Very interesting thing. But it's still written by men. And I'm not saying that God isn't working through it, because God made everything, right? God made everything, so he made the Bible. But also, people made the Bible.
Hello, everyone get to know her face. Her name is Valentina
This
Gomez,
pisses
and
me
she's
off.
trying to end Islam in Texas. She's very adamant about it. She has several viral videos going around about her boldness standing up for Christ and standing up for unlawful
Never
activity.
mind.
I'm not going to lie, I think I'm going to like this woman, but look what she does here and watch the response from these people.
I quoted the Bible at a pedophile church and they escorted me out.
You're going into a person's place of worship. They find Jesus there, and you're saying that they're all worshiping Jesus wrong and they're going to hell. Who are you to say that someone's religion is wrong? Because you're putting a target on your head, because they will think the same thing about you. you know, they'll think the same thing about you. And that's not how you reach people or get people to change a certain way. It's not how you get people to do that, is by fire and brimstone preaching or saying they're wrong, their way of life is wrong. No. Jesus, when he spoke in parables. He made people think. He didn't just call them pedophiles, things they aren't even are.
Romans 1:32, homosexuality is a sin, and whoever supports that is worthy of death.
So whoever worships, whoever is homosexual is worthy to die. Everyone in here, you should die. Now get out of here.
Exactly what this church is doing. He's using his name in vain. When I'm in Congress, I'm taking away the 501(c)(3) status of pedophile churches and terrorist mosques.
Okay, so when are we voting?
Okay, so first off, in the Constitution it says separate church from state, right? Separate church from state. I know it says in God we trust on the dollar bill. It says under God in the Pledge of Allegiance. But those things is pledge leading is being under a guidance, is trusting in a higher force beyond our comprehension to guide us to a way of freedom. It doesn't have to be Jesus, right? They said separate church from state, the founding fathers. If you believe that Christianity should be the only religion, then you, my friend, are un-American. So I'm not saying homosexuality isn't a sin, but I definitely believe what this lady wants is, I definitely believe harassing people in the name of God and promoting violence in the name of God, harassing people like what she does, and promoting violence like what R3alism does. I don't think Jesus would want that. Honestly, it all goes down to what would Jesus want, because we're not worshiping just God, right? We're not worshiping just Yahweh. We're not Jewish. We're Christian. We want what Jesus wants. And you gotta ask yourself, does Jesus want all this to happen? Does Jesus want us to put the hammer down on other religions or other races or whatever and call them out, calling them evil? Does Jesus want us to promote assault in the name of him? No, he does not. There's no way he does. You know, a lot of these so-called heathens are on the right track. Love is a big component of acting Christ-like, and I don't see love. I see superiority, Christian superiority, and tribalism, and that's what caused chaos all throughout society. And what I'm truly worried about is a theocracy, with the politicians doing all this in the name of God, attacking Iran and saying it's in the name of God, it's for the Holy Land, they don't even believe the Jews will go to heaven. What are they trying to do, man? They're trying, I don't know. It really seems like they're trying to bring us to a theocracy. And guess what? Jesus spoke out against theocracy. Israel was a theocracy when Jesus showed up, and he called it out. Okay? It's not a good thing to be a theocracy, because men are not God, and men are the one enforcing the rules. You don't want that to be the case. You don't want men to be God. Just something I had to get off my chest, something I had to put out there so somebody hears. I know not very many people are going to hear it, and a lot of Christians are going to see this and be very offended by it. I did go unscripted, so some of the things weren't rehearsed, so there may have been some flaws in my wording or my meaning, but overall it's pretty much what I'm thinking in my head, pretty much what I think is true. And Man, y'all just think about this and walk with Jesus every day. Walk with Jesus. Don't walk with what people say Jesus is. Walk with Jesus. And God bless. And God bless. Have a great day.